Hi, welcome to 3D Leisure at Home with me, Gail. I'm going to do Fat Burn Extreme this morning. Rest-based exercise, 20 minutes pushing as hard as you can, giving it your max. So rest breaks you take whenever you feel like stopping, letting your heart rate come down a little bit, and then when you come back in you push hard. So it never gets any easier if you push in your hardest, and we're going to get straight to it this morning. So all you need is a mat. Create a little bit of space around you so you're not going to kick anything. Going to go back and do abs extreme 1 today, and I'll demo some of the exercise at the beginning. Do them with me as part of your warm-up, and then we'll do the rest as we go through. So once the music kicks on, that's when we go for it. Have a drink of water close at hand and loads of enthusiasm. And we are going to just do a little warm up, guys. So starting feet hip width apart, and then we're just going to do a little close squat, pushing the hips out to the front, and then we're going to speed that up a little bit. If you do have any injuries, please work around them and listen to your body. You can always make things easier. So we're going to just kick back for a little hamstring curl here, take the elbows back. And then we're going to take the wide leg stance and just toes pointing away, drop down and squeeze your bottom as you come up. So nice and low. And then we're going to do a little twist, feet facing forward, coming up onto the toe. Just little twists. And then just give me a little tap out to the side, lift the arms. And then we're going to take that a little jog on the spot, and then scissor the arms, cross and squeeze back, and big circles forward and big circles back. And from there we're just going to do a couple of wider squats, drop the bottom down, squeeze out, and then we're going to do little kicks. So kicks to the front, kick as high as you want to kick, and let's do, first exercise is lean back and pulse. So as I said, abs extreme 1, so you'll be on your mat quite a bit today. So legs bent, arms forward, lean back with the belly button drawing down. And then we lean to a position of effort with the chin up, and then you just reach nice and slow, drawing the tummy down, hips up, and we just squeeze extra tight. The harder you squeeze the abs, the more you work. We have advanced plank, left and right. So in your advanced plank, it is quite hard to balance. We are in a full arm plank if you can. If you do have wrist issues, you can come down onto your elbow. So we are in a plank position, so aiming to come onto shoulders above one another, and then we lift this leg up and we hold. Now if this is too difficult, you can make this a little bit easier by taking that knee onto the floor. And then same on the other side, so do them with me because we're warming up. And you know, once we start here with this music, if you find you can't keep the leg up at all, then you can do maybe an up and a down, but just need to flow if it's too much. Russian sprints, we are hands facing forward. If you find that uncomfortable and your hands turn out, then go with that. So we lift the bottom up and we kick. So slow is easier and fast is harder. And if you really can't manage at all with the bottom up, then you might want to maybe just do a little reach with the bottom on the floor. But try bottom lifted, and even if it's going a few slow and then sitting back down and having a rest and coming back in, so you can work through it that way. Squat throw, we're up for this one. and it's pretending to pick something off the floor and chuck it over your shoulder. So you can come down either flat hands, knuckles, make sure your bottom comes down. So you squat and then you throw, you squat and throw. I breathe in as I come down and I breathe out as I twist. So again, make sure that the bottom isn't staying up. And when you squat, you come right down and just push your knees out slightly so you feel that a little bit more on your squat. Reverse plank, we're lifting your bottom up and the legs are forward, so it'll be right leg lift and then left leg lift. So we lift the bottom up and we lift one leg up, and then the next time it'll be the opposite leg, and if this is too hard then you might need to have the leg on the floor for your lift. But we're trying to have the leg out straight and the other one lifted. And from there we'll do the last one just now, which is V-sit single. So on this one, both the legs are up and then you draw the knee in and back out again. So you take it back again to a position of effort, the legs are up, and then we take one leg in and out. So we draw back. And if you can't manage to do this with the hands up, then your option to make that easier would be to have the hands on the mat. But you only want to do that if you can't manage. You always want to push your hardest and keep going for as long as you can. Then you stop, have a drink, and you come back in. So don't go, and make it easier to go for longer. So we're going to start. So getting this music on, getting yourself prepared, and your first exercise is going to be your lean back pulse. So you want to get legs bent and tummy holding in extra tight, and take this back to the beginning.
This is the abs extreme workout #1, starting with lean back pulse.
So here we go, guys. Time to burn. So your chin is up and you reach. You draw the belly button down extra tight. Being up higher would be easier and lower is harder. So you draw that belly extra tight on your squeeze.
Advanced plank right.
Right arm, right arm down and left leg left. Make sure your hip bones are on top of one another, your shoulders are on top, and option to make this easier, knee I should say, on the floor, or you can do a down and up with that top leg.
Russian sprints.
Okay, so slow is easier, fast is your hardest. Try and have the landing of the feet quiet. Belly button pulling down. Try and have the fingers facing forward if you can.
Advanced plank left.
Left side. You're holding up to make sure your hip isn't dropping down. If your hip drops down, don't let the technique go. So just left. Holding.
Lean back pulse.
First exercise from the top. So you really want to squeeze extra tight here. And keep this going. If you need to rest, rest. Come back in. Work hard. Woo.
Advanced plank right.
Moving side to side, so try and get in between each exercise as fast as you can. Tummy exercise. holding. If you have wrist issues, as I said, please come down onto your elbow. If it hurts your wrist, you can do this.
Russian sprints.
Sprinting. So you want to go as fast as you can. And if you can't manage, then just slow it down. But go your best.
Advanced plank left.
Left side. Go straight into left. Tummy extra tight. Holding. Nice tight abs. Yay.
Lean back pulse.
Here we go, guys. Woo, warm this morning. Warmed up quick. This is good. Chin up. Really work this core. Squeeze that belly button so tight.
Advanced plank right.
Right side. Let's get your balance. Squeeze stomach muscles. Working your obliques, your waist. Hold. Nice tight core.
Russian sprints.
Yes, sprint it. How fast can you go? Woo.
Advanced plank left.
Left side. Option. Woo. And if you do have sore wrists, you can do
Squat throw.
from knee. Okay, this is broken down on your squat. Left throw. Pretend. And then right down, pick something up and throw it.
Sit up, push out.
Okay, sit up, push out. Where are we? Oh, we do. Just push. Push. Double legs.
Reverse plank.
Reverse plank. Your hands down. One leg out and one leg lifted. So I'm lifting the right leg, and then the next time you come in, you can lift the left leg. You hold it. If it's too much, then you can always take one leg bent on the floor.
Sit single.
Okay, B-sit single is arms up, legs up, and in and out. Breathe. Hard breathe out as you bring the knee in. Keep breathing. Hands on the mat behind if it's too much.
Squat throw.
You know you rest when you need to rest. So you don't get given them, but please take them. Bottom, right down. We can speed this up.
Sit up, push out.
Okay, double legs. Push, push. As if you're pushing something away. Draw back the knees.
Reverse plank.
Hands down. Opposite side now. So right leg out, left leg lift. Too much. You know it now. You know your options to change if need be.
V-sit single.
Singles. Legs up and in and out. Chin up. Breathe. Don't hold your breath.
Squat throw.
Ooh, feel that in the hips. The hip flexors work in that single leg. Come on, team. So you can speed this up.
Sit up, push out.
Doubles. Up and down. Push. Make sure you don't spread your knees out. So you push.
Reverse plank.
Okay, arms down. Right leg lift. Left leg down. Hold. Woo. Feeling this today. Yes, in a good way.
V-sit single.
Singles. Relaxing. Woo. Lean back. Here we go. You can slow it down. You can go faster. And if it's too much, you can have the arms behind. Only do that if you can't manage with your legs up. Work
Pike
it.
tap.
Pike tap. So we want to come back into the plank position in between. Feet are wider than hip to hip apart. Lean back, come back. Opposite hand to your foot. If you can't touch, just come back to where you can. So try and come back into your plank in between. Just flat tummy.
Reverse cycle sit up.
So this is like a reverse cycle. So normally you push forward, so we go back. So it's like a backward cycle on a bike. And rest if you need to rest and come back in.
Drop downs.
Drop downs. Okay, so we jump or walk from side to side. Rainbow arms, touch the floor. Both hands if you can to the side, guys. If you're walking it, you can use your mat here. If you turn side on, jump over your mat. Use the mat as a guide. Wider you jump, harder it is. On the mat, cross the legs over. So hands are down, legs are nice and long, pointy toes. If it's too difficult, slight bend, legs higher up easier, legs down harder, and we work through this.
Pike tap.
We roll over into a pike tap, the perfect plank, and then breathe out, breathe in, push the bottom up as you tap back.
Reverse cycle sit up.
Backward cycle. Warm. Back backwards. Feel that in the core. 3.
Drop downs.
Here we go, team. So the wider you jump, the more space you cover. Now the higher you jump, the harder this will be. Land quiet feet. And if you're walking it, just walk and tap. Try and come right down so you work into the obliques. Still doing the waist.
Crossovers.
Lie down. And back to crosses. Cross those toes. Draw the belly button down. I hope you're feeling it, guys. You really want to work hard. Cross.
Pike tap.
Roll over. Get your pike taps in. When you come back to plank, roll the belly button up here.
Reverse cycle sit-up.
Backward cycle. Go team. Working through all these core exercises. Feeling it. Have a rest, have a drink. Whatever you need to do to have an excellent workout with your best.
Downs.
Drop downs. To jump. How high can you jump? Power. Cover space. More distance side to side. The wider you go, the wider you jump. Harder. Push. Go team.
Crossovers.
Let's cross. Yes, keep it going if you can. Looking tough. Woo! Feels so good. You just smile through it all. Feel good at the end.
Lean back pulse.
From the top, the first exercise you done. Lean back and pulse. The lower you are with the back towards the floor, harder, chin is up. You breathe. Squeeze.
Advanced plank right.
Right arm down. Let's get straight quick as you can into these exercises now. Option, make it easier, knee on the mat. Woo. Or elbow for sore wrists. Elbow on the mat. Hold. Excellent, guys.
Russian sprints.
Sprint it. How fast can you go? Come on, quick. Push it now.
Advanced plank
Left side. Quickly, interchange. Hold. Hip up. Belly button in. Squeeze. Keep that left if you can. So tough. Woo. Hold.
squat throw.
Up. Squat. Bottom. Down, guys. Breathe in, breathe out. You don't want to be giddy. You don't hold your breath. Not too slow. Easier. If you can reach, just go to where you can.
Sit up, push out.
Two legs, push out. As if you're pushing something away. Draw the knees back. Keep space hip width apart with the knees. squeeze that belly button.
Reverse plank.
Are we up on right leg? Left leg down, right leg up. Hold. I'm going to change legs here. Hold. Squeeze the core.
V-sit single.
Legs up. 14. This is now coming to the end. We work through it. Squeeze that tummy down. Hands behind the mat to make it easier.
Pipe tap.
Roll over. Are we ready? Let's get to it. Push that bottom up as you reach back. If you can't manage the toes, go to where you can, but try and come down in between to your plank.
Reverse cycle sit-ups.
Backward cycle, legs up. Just go for as long as you can, and then have the rest if you need to in between. Woo. If you rest, have a rest, then come back in straight into it.
Drop downs.
Okay, give us your max effort now, come on, push, you can do this, you can push a little bit faster, higher on the jump, even if you're walking, speed it up, get low. Woo.
Crossovers.
Way, there we go, let's cross, risk. These muscles, tummy muscles, are going to know it. Squeeze. Yes. Job done.
Abs extreme workout number
Hopefully you're happy with this
now
challenging.
over. Let the afterburn
We're going to
begin.
stretch. We stay on the mat. Be kind. Knee into chest. Ah, so nice to get your glutes to stretch. Squeeze. Let's wiggle. Rotate the foot. Give it a little bit of a circle one way and then go the opposite way. And then we're going to take that into your hamstring stretch. You can bend the leg on the floor if you prefer. Try and get this leg back. Try not to lift your bottom off the floor. So you push down with the bottom, draw back. Now you might not be able to have a straight leg if your hamstrings are really tight. Just take it to a position that you can manage to get a stretch down to the back of the hamstring. And from there we're going to change. Knee in and out breath, draw the knee in tight. In breath, hold. Let's rotate that foot. Doesn't matter which way you go first, go one way and then just go the opposite way. And then just squeeze extra tight with the knee. Take that into your hamstring stretch. Out breath, you want to draw back. In breath, you hold. Out breath, you pull back. And from there, we're going to give a double knee hug. So really kind of as if you're doing little tucks in. Maybe two is like 1, 2 and release. 1, 2. And then just hold in. And breathe and feel the stretch kind of up lower back, your glutes. Then we're going to take it into our little back stretch. So we want to take the feet back down. If you wish to keep your feet up at 90 to drop, that'll be a little bit harder. Arms out in line with your shoulders. And then on out breath, we drop the knees. You might need a cushion between your knees if you can't get your knees down. And then if you want to press, you can add on a little push down, and you can kind of creep those knees up towards the shoulder to get a bigger stretch. Look away from your knees and relax into this stretch. You'll feel this up your outer thigh area, lower back, mid back. So you want to relax into it. And then we take it to the other side. We drop your knees to the other side, and you can do that little press down if you wish. You can just stay without the press if you prefer. And then I like to kind of take my knees up a little bit, get a bigger stretch and breathe. And we want to stretch the front of the quads, because we've already done the back of the hamstrings. So we want to work there. So we're going to roll over. So you can either lie flat, or you can have your head rested in your hand, and you want to just draw this heel to bottom but push out the hip to the front. So we squeeze the heel as tight as you can towards our bottom. Don't have your knee up, kind of have it in line with your hip. Push, draw the belly button in and relax into your stretch. So I'm going to face away from you rather than turn the other way. You just want to roll over onto your other side and then draw this heel to bottom. Keep that hip forward. So you really want to kind of get this heel as close as you can or onto your bottom. And breathe through this. So we're going to stretch the core. You've worked hard, so we want to stretch hands and toes and push the small of the back down into the mat. And we're going to just roll over, and then we're just going to have the hands, elbows underneath the shoulders, and then toes nice and long, slightly wider than hip width apart, and just draw back the elbows towards your waist. Squeeze the shoulders back and in. And then from there, we're just going to come up onto fours. And out breath, we're going to push up, get that back, just stretch and open up each vertebrae, head down. In breath, we're going to drop down, tilt the head back. Out breath, we're going to really push up, push through the shoulders. In breath, we're going to just tilt, bottom and head lifting. If the head is hurting, any pain in the neck, you just keep your head forward rather than back. Out breath, push up. In breath, and then we're going to just roll on back onto our set bones, and we want to stretch inner thighs, because you do jumps from side to side. You want to stretch your adductors. So just bring in the legs, the feet together, drop down the knees. So you can hold on to the legs, or you might want to hold on to the toes. You might even want to have your hands behind. So just make sure that your chest is lifting and you have your flat back, and you just put pressure to ease the knees down towards the floor. You might have your knees on the floor. I'm not that flexible. So just push till you feel a stretch. And we want to just cross the legs to the front. Going to stretch out the waist. So you did do a lot for side planks, working your obliques. So we want to breathe in and reach up, and breathe out and come over. Keep the shoulder back. If you want to come down onto your elbow on the mat, don't lift your bottom off the floor. If you're doing that, you're coming down, but you're staying grounded with both your bottom cheeks coming up. Breathe in and breathe out. Don't sort of drop forward. And if you're coming down, push the opposite bottom down into the mat, so you feel it right down the waist. And from there we're just going to stretch upper back, breathe out, push out, drop your head down, breathe, arms behind, take a deep breath in, breathe out and lift, shoulders forward, up, chest lifted. If it's too uncomfortable to lift behind, get the hands on your lower back and squeeze the elbows into centre, and that'll give you the same. And from there, drop your head over. You might have tension in your neck after all these sit-ups. Head over, press the fingers or palm into the mat on the opposite side. Let the head drop towards your shoulder. Changing sides, head over. Any comments, please put them up and I'll get back to you. If you're doing on catch up, or if you have done and you're doing this again, always push as hard as you can. It never gets easier if you push your best. So have a drink now. Thanks very much if you joined me there, and hope you did do your best in that, and I will be back tomorrow for Fitness Pilates at 12. Take care, have a good day. Thanks, bye.